Alright, students, let's talk about how to organize yourself. These are the basic supplies you need. You need some pencils, your schedule, a baggie or a pencil pouch, your nightly folder, a package of paper. If you have labels that go with your accordion folder or with your binder, that's fine too. And you need your binder or accordion folder. I have an accordion folder. I don't have a binder, so you may have to adapt this lesson to fit whatever it is that you bought when you went to the store. So the first thing you want to do is label your binder or your accordion folder somewhere, so if it gets lost, it'll get back to you. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm playing the part of Billy Bob Smith, and I'm going to write Billy Bob Smith's name down here in Sharpie. You want to make sure it's legible, and then underneath it you want to put the homeroom teacher that you have. So in this case, it's going to be Mr. Hammond. That way, if this gets lost or taken, we can locate you and get it back to you. Alright, next thing you want to do is in the very first pouch or first folder, you're going to want to add some paper, because there will be times when the teacher is going to ask you to get out paper, probably math, science, language arts, to write on. Now you don't need a whole pack of paper. So what we suggest as a team is you only take a couple of sheets. Now by a couple I mean maybe 1/4 of the total pack, or maybe 25 sheets, but some of them, and you stick them in the front. If you stick the whole pad in there, number one, it's going to start bending your binder or your accordion folder out of place. It could cause it to crack, and you're just going to ruin these papers because they're going to be all smashed together. You got to realize as time goes on, we're going to be adding more papers to this. So you just put some excess paper that you can get to easily. The rest of your paper should go somewhere in your locker, somewhere safe. So later on, if you need to refill, you can do that. Then you want to think about your schedule. Now you should be getting a schedule from your teacher at some point, and they'll tell you the order that you're taking your classes. Billy Bob, as you can see, his first class is going to be math with Mr. Arthur. Then he's got science with Mr. Hammond. The next class he's going to have is social studies, and that'll be with his homeroom teacher, which is Mr. Hammond. And then finally, he'll end the day at language arts with Mrs. Prost. So here you go. So you really want to organize each of your folders or files in the order that you take your classes. So I've already written out the labels in Sharpie. His first class is math, so I'm going to slide that into his first little folder. Followed by science. Followed by social studies. And last but not least, he'll end with block. Now you don't have to, but I made one for paper. That's just the way I am, but of course it's pretty obvious the paper's in the front, so you could always change that. So you could put that in there, or you could just leave it out. I mean, if you know where it is, that's fine. Last but not least, we're going to want to take our nightly folder, and you're going to find some place to put it inside your binder or inside your accordion folder. In this case, I'm going to put it in the very back, and it fits in there real nice and easily. So now I'm pretty much set up. When I go to my classes, I'll know where to put my papers. I'll know how to get extra paper if I need it. I've got one extra folder, it looks like, right here, so I can keep that and I can change it to fit anything else I might want. Maybe you want one for related arts. Although you won't be keeping much stuff for related arts, you might want one just in case. Now, what should we do next here with all these pencils? Because some of you have brought large boxes of pencils, and it makes no sense for you to carry around all these pencils to every class. So you really just want to sharpen one or two. Two is perfect. If one breaks, you have a backup. If you want, you can stick that inside your binder, and it'll carry real easily. Some of you have binders that have little places for this, or you can use a pencil pouch and carry it like that. Another idea, what I like, is I just like to take my two pencils, stick it in the front, and then take all the extra pencils I have, stick them in a plastic baggie, and then put them in my locker along with my extra paper. This way, when I run out of pencils and I run out of paper, I have extra. Too often, kids carry all these around and they lose all the pencils within the first 9 weeks, and then they're begging teachers for pencils. So that's my suggestion, and hopefully you'll take it, but of course it is up to you. Now, last but not least is your schedule. For the first week or two, it's going to be a little confusing, and you're going to want to refer back to this. You want to look back at your schedule. Again, another suggestion we have for you is if you take your schedule and go into the back of an accordion folder or someplace in your binder, you could easily take it and tape it on all four sides, so it's right there for you to look at whenever you need it. Once you've got it memorized and you feel comfortable moving from class to class, then of course you can rip it off and throw it away. If you just put it loose leaf inside there, there's a chance it's going to get lost or you're going to have trouble finding it. Well, this is how you can organize yourself. Of course, ask parents to help you. Parents have wonderful ideas and they know how you work best, so they can help you figure out the best system. If you're really having trouble, please come talk to a teacher. We'll sit down with you and we'll try to figure out a system that works for you. But staying organized is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, so that you have your papers when you need them and you have your homework when you need to get it done. Again, ask us if you have any questions, and good luck.